Welcome back to the GFL. You know me, I'm Stephen B. Tonight, we have two teams who are right in playoff contention, but only one of them can get the win here tonight. We have the Dallas Cowboys versus the Jacksonville Jaguars. Before the game, let's take a look at our current standings. We have 7 teams from the AFC, 7 teams from the NFC. A 13-game regular season where every team plays each team once. Then, when the playoffs come around, the top 5 teams from each conference makes the postseason, with the last 2 teams from each conference saying, bye-bye, see you later. Here's a look at the upcoming schedule. Now, let's go down to the field for kickoff.
It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports. And coming up next, it's a cross-conference showdown. It's the Dallas Cowboys and the Jacksonville Jaguars on Sunday night.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State and TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Alongside my partner Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, happy to be with you. And CD, as we get this thing going, give the folks at home something to keep their eye on.
The running game for both teams, because I think this is going to be an old-fashioned, old-school type of a game. Physical, who wins up front, who runs the ball the best and controls the clock, they will come out the victor.
Jacksonville. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Cowboys take over first at the 27-yard line.
Time for Dak Prescott and the Dallas offense to go to work. Prescott, of course, the former 4th-round pick in 2016 out of Mississippi State.
And how about the toughness of Dak Prescott? We see it all the time on the field. And remember when he had that serious ankle injury, would he return to form? Boy, did he ever. And he was better than ever, and that's great for the NFL. Terrific resilience, playing at a high level, capable of winning a championship with his arm and his legs.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. That is caught by Lamb. Still going inside the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. CeeDee Lamb, 73 yards. And the Cowboys are on the board first here this afternoon. One play in the end zone on a long touchdown pass. You knew they wanted to get him involved. He's their go-to guy. First play, though, wow.
Yeah, and I remember when I was playing, something similar happened. I remember getting to the sideline and my coach said, so what in the scouting report with circling him, putting a star by him, did you not
What'd you
get
miss?
that he was a good player? And that's the question I would have for them now. You know, as you said, he's a go-to guy. How is he not covered? No, I should say, covered well.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Jags now set to get their first drive. They'll be led out by a man who took that huge jump everyone had hoped for in year 2. One of the game's brightest young stars, and that's Trevor Lawrence.
And the tendency for most of these guys is to want to match things right away because they have a lot of confidence in their talent too. They just saw a big strike against their team, and you know they're thinking to themselves, I can get this back right now on one play. Well, if it's there, you take it, but otherwise, just go ahead and calm your team down. Run the offense, get things going, and see how things settle in.
Lawrence now off the bootleg. Well, this is taken. It's complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. And an excellent gain, 35 yards.
I guess we got a good idea about what the game plan is for attacking this secondary. No beating around the bush with this crew. His first throw of the game is a deep shot, and it connects. That's a tendency breaker right there because normally you build up to the big shot, but not in this case.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Lawrence throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to back on.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Lawrence to throw. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
I felt that one all the way up here. How about that big man laying out and making that catch?
Yeah, that wasn't a 180-pound wideout. That was a tight end. Throwing again here. It's Lawrence. And it's incomplete.
I will see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. They'll run for the first time with Travis Etienne. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Look throw, Lawrence. And that is incomplete.
Yeah, offenses always try to be smart about when they're trying to dial up a screen to the running back because they understand you can only go to the well so many times in a game without the defense starting to anticipate the call.
So Lawrence will exit, and on comes Brandon McManus for the Jaguar field goal. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. The kick by McManus is good. On the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives, and they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Second drive coming here for the Dallas Cowboys. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. pure, unbridled joy after that one.
First down, Prescott. Got an open man, it's Michael Gallup. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A very solid gain of 27.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming.
Yeah, I was really impressed with him last practice. He went through 2-minute drill, and they went through all the different situations. The ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Play action now, Prescott. And that's complete downfield to Cooks. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A gain there of 30, big one.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Prescott. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Jags are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The turnovers, obviously, Charles, always costly, but, man, when you throw those interceptions in the end zone like that, it really stings.
He tried to bat one into his tight end, and I often use the expression NFL open, which means a tighter window. Down near the goal line, you really want him to be open. In this case, it cost him.
Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 22-yard line.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Lawrence will throw. Screenplay, here's ETN. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger gain.
They'll run with the end. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it and pick up first downs.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incomplete.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now Lawrence. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Jacksonville. It's the Jags with the football. Here now a 3rd down and 8. As they've got it as we resume action. Looking downfield for Jones. It's caught inside the 25. Big 3rd down play there for the Jags. 55 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got 1st down in the red zone. Now Lawrence. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
And he comes back with one complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. Again, it's Lawrence. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Christian Kirk on the receiving end of that touchdown pass from Trevor Lawrence. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting run so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly. If they didn't get it there, they had the feel they would come back and try it on 4th down.
Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead is now 10-7. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly. But here they've got another opportunity to seize control of this game.
And they better take advantage of it because otherwise, if they end up losing by 1 score, they'll relive this over and over and over until they have another opportunity to wipe it away.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Personally, I think they've got to go somewhere else with the football. They've got to bracket it out there in double coverage. Makes it hard to fit it in time after time.
It would have had to have been an absolutely perfect pass and not good enough. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Prescott now. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Cowboy first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They're just going to run a drive route here with their tight end. Let him get upfield about 10 yards and then move toward the middle of the field. This ball's right on target, and it results in a 1st down.
A first down throw for Prescott. Cooks on the quick slant. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be second down.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. He finds his man, complete. That's Ferguson. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Here now, 2nd and 4. Here's Prescott. A short one there, taken in by Ferguson. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 22-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Prescott again. It's caught left side by Cooks. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. So it's 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Throwing, Prescott. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. That could be an important swing right there, a touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing, because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first 2 quarters.
Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And the lead is now 14-10.
Jaguars 10.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. He'll be stopped up at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Jags going to go on offense now late in this first half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. This one caught by Ridley. The Jaguars to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Here's Lawrence. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And the Cowboys here on 3rd down, bringing in an extra defensive back. On play action, Lawrence. Able to find the open man. That's complete. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Play action. It's Lawrence. Open man right side is Ingram. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender. But the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
So Lawrence will exit, and on comes Brandon McManus for the Jaguar field goal. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. And that is no good. Oh, he missed it just wide of the upright, and that will keep this a 4-point game.
And now 2 problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up with great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal to their own.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And with decent starting field position, there may be only a couple completions away from field goal range. Swinging this out for Pollard. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And that one will go down in the books as just a 1-play drive and then 3 points tacked on to the end of it. From the 46-yard line, a 2nd down and 6. Now Prescott. On the outlet, it's Lamb with a grab. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, BG, thanks very much. And welcome one and all to our beautiful new downtown Orlando studios for this EA Sports halftime report. This has certainly been a fun one to watch so far. We knew this was going to be a battle, but we have not been disappointed. This is the
Welcome, everyone, to the GFL Late Show. Glad you could join us. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to an electrifying matchup between the Dallas Cowboys and the Jacksonville Jaguars. The energy in the stadium is electric as these two teams prepare to face off on the gridiron. In the first half, both the Cowboys and Jaguars have showcased their talent and determination, leaving everything on the field. It's been a display of skill and strategy, with neither team willing to back down. As halftime approaches, the anticipation is building. Fans from both sides are on the edge of their seats, eagerly awaiting the second half of action. So, whether you're cheering for America's team or the Jaguars, one thing is for certain. This game is delivering on the excitement. Stay tuned as the Cowboys and Jaguars continue to battle it out in a showdown that's sure to keep you on the edge of your seat until the final whistle blows. Thanks for joining us for the GFL Halftime Show. The second half kickoff is next. I'll see you next time.
Kind of game that could wind up hinging on which side can play mistake-free football the rest of the way.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. One touchdown is the difference. 17-10 our score, and we are back underway on EA Sports. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Jaguars ready to get going to start quarter number 3. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through there.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Now Lawrence to throw on second down. A quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. Lawrence. That is caught. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
On 1st and 10, it's ETN. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide and try and chip someone at the second level.
Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
He's got his target. That's complete. And they're going to get this down near the 45-yard line. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a first.
And it's pretty evident that this passing game has been frustrated so far. They haven't really moved the ball the way we might have expected. There's a good pickup here for the first down.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. A give to ETN running right. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another 18-yard gain. They had 18 on the previous snap as well.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And he on bounds, looks like right at the 15. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll make it 2nd down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7. Here's Lawrence to throw. Out route, he finds his man. It's Jones. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal. Now a handoff to Bigsby. And we'll get this in the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Tank Bigsby, the 5-yard touchdown run. And the Jaguars are an extra point away from drawing level. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
McManus's point after is good, and that will level the playing field at 17 all. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. Their halftime lead evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan and keep moving.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Ferguson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. To throw is Prescott. Left side to Lamb. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Prescott and Lamb hooking up for the Cowboy first.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
The 50-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6. That's the end of the third quarter.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Jacksonville. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6. Prescott now from the 50. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air and defensively. They were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Prescott. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 32-yard line. 18 yards, a big pickup there on 3rd down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On play action, Prescott. He's got his man, it's Gallup. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a 1st down. They toss it down to Pollard. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Foye finding his way to the ball for a stop. A tackle for loss.
That's exactly what you're looking for at the inside linebacker spot. Versatility. He can drop into coverage, or as he did on that last play, use his speed to get to the perimeter and knock the ball carrier for a loss.
Looking to throw. Prescott. Touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. So, Charles, this game feels like it has been punch, counter punch all throughout, and that touchdown breaks our tie here in the 4th quarter.
You're making me want to get back in the gym and start training again. You talk about those punches and counter punches. I also think this is where you and I start thinking to ourselves, who's going to make the play to change that, right? Who's going to get out of this little cycle that they're in right now and make a play and give their team a firm advantage?
Aubrey good with a PAT, and they will take a 7-point lead. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the 4th quarter. What a big spot for this offense See if they can cobble something together on this drive. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start this drive in the air. His throw incomplete. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of a story you told me from your days in Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what'd you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that answer.
That's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. The pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. Micah Parsons showing off that elite athleticism as he gets the sack.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Micah Parsons, 2 plays in a row now that he has gotten in there for the sack, and it brings up 4th down.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. Dallas offense set for this next drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. On 1st and 10, Prescott. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Trying to get a big strike there and hopefully tie this game up in the late going. But the coverage was there, and this winds up incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They run straight ahead here with Pollard.
Tony Pollard, the Cowboy ball carrier. Oyasade Oluwajen on the tackle. A gain of 7 yards.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. So a big one coming here for Brandon Aubrey. This to perhaps salt this one away. And he missed it. It's no good. And this will remain a 1-touchdown game. Things just got interesting. They tried for the long field goal there to salt this one away. They don't get it, and now a little time for the other guys to mount a late drive.
Well, they thought their kicker would put it through the post since this one off. I'm sure they discussed pooch punting it and letting their defense take over. Well, the defense now has to make it stand up, but they didn't get the best field position because the ball comes back to the line of scrimmage.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Throwing now, Lawrence. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. But he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, make sure what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Now Lawrence completes it to Evan Ingram. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Ooh, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Lawrence. And he short arms that one just a bit. It's low and incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Here now, 3rd down. Here's Lawrence. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. Absolutely ideal there. Get a good size play, get out of bounds.
Well, you saw the coaching there. That is taught and it is emphasized. Get out of bounds, understand your situation, as well as just standing the game.
Here's 1st and goal. Lawrence. Got his man. He's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Luke Farrell from 8 yards out. And the Jaguars are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the post, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, big game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good, and we are tied here in the 4th quarter. This one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there? Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
I think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
All 3 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10 now. Here's Dak. That is caught by Lamb. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch, right?
And I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call, and it's certainly a big one here late in a tight game. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
After review of the play, ruling on the field.
So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw as this play will stand as is. This is 1st and 10. Pollard will take it up the gut. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Here comes 2nd down. Option play. Here's Pollard. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Here's 1st and 10. Going to run again here with Pollard. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
Man, this is now where it's risk-reward. Because on defense, you've got to crowd the line of scrimmage. You've got to get in all the gaps, get up tight on everyone, and try and force the field goal attempt here. You can't let them break one big, but you know something, when you crowd the line of scrimmage, if they do pop one, it's going to go a long way.
Yeah, I was going to say to the house, but the magnitude of this possible upcoming field goal, every yard counts. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to almost certainly win the football game. And his kick here is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And you know, in an era of cost-cutting and maximizing your roster, this is a club that does not skimp on special teams, and in these situations, it pays dividends.
And that's great vision by the organization. When the difference between winning or losing depends on who you have kicking the ball, would you rather have a street free agent out there or a solid pro like this? Answer's pretty evident to me.
So after the made field goal, back out is Aubrey to kick this away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. A final shot now for Lawrence. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner. Although on that last play they were so backed up, it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale until that play concluded, because we've seen the improbable before. A couple laterals, maybe some poor deep on the back end. They might have gone all the way to the end zone. In this case, though, it didn't happen. Perhaps next time.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we sign off from Jacksonville.